Good morning, everybody. I'm Teresa Perrin, and this is my stock market watch list for Monday, December 12th, 2022. Please remember that nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. This is solely a watch list of stocks that I believe have the highest probability to move this morning. Smash that like button as it helps out with the algorithms, and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Jasper Therapeutics, ticker JSPR. Okay, guys, this is a stock that I've been watching for quite some time now. It is flat in pre-market, but I think it's going to make significant moves to the upside this week. It has been highly beat down. This actually started off as a SPAC, I believe, that was like $10 a share. And I just watched it have very strange movement off the beginning. And of course, like many of the others, it got ripped down to just complete oblivion below $1. And it has made a bottom. It's starting to make moves to the upside, and I think it's going to continue with this trend and get above $1. So here's an early start at it. Okay, HTGM. Well, guys, I had mentioned this in my watch list for this week that I put out on Twitter regarding the play of the week, because obviously I can only choose one stock, but this was very high up there based on the after hours movement that it made on Friday. As you can see, it's already up 157.41%, and it was actually up higher. Came back down to this support. It has support at 138, 139. So if it can hold that, I think that it will continue making moves higher. And obviously I can't see it at the moment, but this is what the thesis is on why it's moving. It's going to host a webinar, The Role of RNA Profiling in Drug Discovery and Analysis, on Tuesday, December 13th at 11 a.m. So this could be a couple day runner, and I think you should consider it very closely. It has a very tiny float. I think it's like 8.37 million shares. SMMT, all right. You'd have to be blind to not have seen the moves that this has made last week. I am looking for a slight pullback followed by the continuation. There are still no shares left to borrow in this ticker. So they are up, a creek without a paddle on this name. So keep it on your radar. CTM, Castellium. All right, this is another stock that's moving in pre-market. I'm not sure if I did a screenshot on why. Oh, here it is. Mark Fuller, the CEO, the CFO, and the chief legal counsel all purchased shares at market value of this stock recently. That's ticker CTM. Oops. And I do believe that you are going to see a continuation of this move up. If I were going to be purchasing this, I'd be looking for that pullback followed by the next move higher. So guys, chart out your support and resistance in CTM, because I think you're going to see something significant come out in the news. There's a reason they all bought it. QTT. All right, if you follow me, you know darn well that I've been calling this out since it was in that 50-cent range. I believe myself, I purchased at like 55, 56, somewhere in that range. Under 60 cents, that's for sure. And guys, it is moving. And again, as long as Chinese stocks keep moving, this is one that's been beat down, and I expect it has a very small float, it to continue making moves to the upside. We got that $1 break, and I do believe we continue higher. TME. All right, guys, it was this was one of my top 4 for this week, but it has new 52-week highs, and I do believe you are going to see TME continue this beautiful uptrend that it's been on as long as Asian stocks continue to move higher, and those COVID restrictions that have been, cut back, not as harsh. As long as that continues, I'd expect to see a lot of these Asian stocks move, which brings me to my pick of the week, which is TAL. Please check out my Twitter page for full details as to why this is my play of the week. But I expect if it can break that 702, guys, we may see some slight resistance at 9, but it really could get to $19, $20 very quickly, because there's very, very little resistance, which gives it lots of room to fly. There's high institutional ownership. Over 56% is owned by institutions. So you better believe that they're ready to send this. HARP, H-A-R-P. All right, guys, this is up in pre-market on a catalyst right here. Harpoon Therapeutics presented updated interim results at ASH 2022 for novel T-cell engager HPN 217 in relapse refractory multiple myeloma at ASH 2022, said 77% objective response rate observed across the highest doses. So keep your eye on Harpoon Therapeutics, because I do believe it's been beat down hard and it's ready to make its next move. Okay, Carvana, CVNA. Well, guys, clearly you all are aware that this stock has been beat down very, very hard. However, that being said, you started to see a rebound rally occur on Friday that I think is going to continue into this week, especially if they decrease the rates to 50 basis points and start on a trajectory of trying to lower it. I would be highly watchful of CVNA, Affirm, AFRM, and Upstart, UPST. Personally, my bet's on Carvana because it has been beat down the hardest. Guys, and maybe rightfully so for some of this, but you have to remember that insiders bought in. So are they buying shares at much higher prices than this? Not knowing that something's in store for this company that's positive? I would suspect not. I would expect that we're going to see this move higher. Again, this is not something that you probably want to own at this time in your portfolio long term. For me, this is a swing trade. I have a small amount of common shares and I have options. FIGS. FIGS. All right, guys, this is one of the most heavily shorted stocks in the entire market, and I think wrongfully so. It actually is a great company that I do believe you are going to see continue on this uptrend. And this week, being that options come into play, I am willing to bet that a lot of institutions are holding those 750 options. So I would look for this to move higher, and it could even possibly get into that $10 range to put those options into the money. I would not be surprised. So keep your eye on FIGS. Okay, AMAM. Well, we all know what happened last week with this ticker. It was up very, very well, and it's pulling back in pre-market. Now, does it find support and bounce off, or does it become a short opportunity? I am not married to either direction, but I do think that this is going to be highly volatile, and I'd be looking for an opportunity either way to play this. COSM. All right, guys, this is starting to move in pre-market. It's been beat down. It seems to have found its support somewhere along that 35, 36 range, maybe even slightly less than that, but it is bouncing higher this morning. I would watch this because it's been pulled back pretty significantly, and I think it's ready for its next move higher. COMS, very similar situation, guys. It is down in the past week, 2 cents. This had hit a high of around 17 cents. As you can see up here, it did a double top and it pulled down. Now we're back to pretty much around where we started, where it's been in that consolidation range. I would look for a move higher this week in this ticker as well. So you got COMS and COSM, and previously they did run together quite a bit. So keep them on your radar. APVO. All right, guys, this is up $2 in pre-market. I think it has a significant amount of room to run, and it's because Aptevo Therapeutics announced 100% clinical benefit rate achieved in phase 1B trial evaluating APVO 436 in combination with venetoclax and azacitidine for venetoclax treatment naive patients with acute myeloid leukemia. Leukemia. Jeez, oh my God. I'm sorry. I just woke up. But anyways, guys, cancer drugs have been on an absolute tear. If you notice that a lot of these that have been running have been related to Cancer. So I would suspect that APVO, which does have options, is probably just starting its move. I would be expecting that you're going to see come market open a pullback followed by a significant move higher. That's just my thoughts. No guarantees that's going to happen, but I'm thinking that they're going to want to pick up some options if they haven't already in this play. If it keeps moving to the upside without that move, guys, then they probably have already preloaded on this name. Okay, APTO, Aptos Biosciences. Believe it or not, this is up in pre-market. And I think it's going to be breaking out of this bull flag. And the reason I say believe it or not is either maybe people had the ticker wrong or I don't understand, because normally when you see an offering, which Aptos Biosciences establishes new at the market facility, please notice how they make that sound so good. Guys, ultimately, this is an offering. Normally you see a stock price plummet. Does this stock price plummet? No, it's moving up. I don't understand. If you look at it, you'll see that, at least at my time of recording, it is green and up a few cents on this offering news. Is it a rug pull? I don't know, but keep an eye on it because something's ticking here. Oh, this is my picture to show you. It's up 3 cents on this news. I just don't understand. Okay, DLO. Well, guys, this is a target of a short report that was trading up in the $20 range. It got pulled back, started trying to break through that 15, pulled back even harder, and now is trying to make moves to the upside again. Keep an eye on DLO. I think it could get some moves this week because you have those monthly options that come into play. Rent the Runway, RENT. All right, guys, I am strongly watching this ticker this week because it had significant moves to the upside last week. As many of you are aware, they had excellent earnings. And I do believe that, or even though we're getting a pullback in pre-market, that this is just beginning its journey, and I would expect to see moves higher in rent. Could it get a day of a pullback? Absolutely. But I do believe that rent moves higher this week, so it's high on my radar. All right, CLRO, Clear One, is down 6 cents in pre-market on Friday, I believe it was. They announced that they had a legal settlement with Sure, and the stock price doubled. Now, again, I'm looking to see, is this a opportunity on a pullback to get in, and this makes its next leg higher today, or is this going to create an opportunity for a short? Well, guys, based on just what I'm seeing in pre-market, it looks like it's making an inverse head and shoulders. So my guess is this is going to make its next leg higher, and I would keep it on your radar. However, if it turns around, it's always a chance that you could potentially short it, because that means people have moved their interest elsewhere. And, don't marry either direction. PSTV. All right, guys, I am not saying this is going to go off today, but this is a cancer drug that I have had in my portfolio for a couple of years. And luckily I've been able to, balance it out, because the share price has basically plummeted down to 38 cents. Because as you can see from all these other cancer drugs, it's been beat down very, very hard over the last couple of years. Guys, they've had good news after good news. It goes up, doubles in prices, and they pull it right back down. I do believe that that's because they are trying to accumulate larger positions in this company, and that it is going to fly like you're seeing some of these other cancer drugs any day now, or maybe this week, maybe next week, anytime now, let's say that. But very soon, because it's been consolidating at this level for quite a few months. So keep your eye on PSTV, and don't say I didn't tell you it was coming when it does, because I am 99% positive that a big move soon is coming in this one, just like you've seen where it doubles, triples, even quadruples or more in price. Kaba. Well, if you watch this channel and you follow me on Twitter, then you are no secret to know that Kaba is perhaps one of my most favorite stocks over the past couple of months, guys. This stock has been on an absolute tear. Congrats to all of you that got in under $1 when we started calling out this play. It's just done amazing. Guys, if this can break through 6 or 7, somewhere in that range is a resistance. I can't recall off the top of my head the exact number, but I would look for the breakthrough 7, and this will get to the double digits very, very quickly. And Kaba is in a strong uptrend. It does have, usually it pulls back in pre-market, followed by a push higher, followed by a pullback. It's just been doing the same pattern basically every single day. So keep it on your radar, though, because another big move is coming in Kaba. GoCo, another one of my favorite tickers lately, guys. All right, so congrats to those of you that follow me on this channel, because you know that at 35 cents, I started telling you if this breaks 42 cents, it is a buy. And 100%, guys, I have followed the stock for almost a year now, probably 9-10 months. And I knew where its support and resistance was. I knew it needed that 42 break. And I said, I'm not buying more till it gets through there, because I had bought a small position just to monitor it, because that way it's on my radar. And I knew it'd been, bouncing, but I didn't want to hold it for months and months, not making any movement. Well, guys, sure enough, it broke that 42, started moving up, got a reverse split. And this is a perfect example of why a reverse split can actually be good. And boom, we got a significant move to the upside in this. The reverse split ratio was like $6, and now we're up to $14. It actually may have split off at 9, because it split on that run up. So it might have been 8 or 9, pulled back to the 6, which is where I initially told people, if you did the math on it, 640, something like that, of where to start watching to get in at. Pulled to that level exactly, pushed up higher, and now we're in 14. Guys, there is a lot of room to run. Like, this could still double or triple from the price that it's at, which is why I'm saying keep it on your radar. I love the moves in this stock. I love the chart. It is juicy as can be. And they're running out of shares. They have like 57 or 67, which is a very weird number. Normally you see them in hundreds listed available to borrow. There's no options. Get ready for that to move. Shift, SFT. Guys, if you owned lots, you will now see that you own SFT, Shift Technologies, because the merger is completed. There's a corporate action. Wait for market open, and I think you're going to see a significant move in SFT to the upside, because of the news breaking that they completed their merger, which is going to benefit them humongously, because now they have more cash on their books. And I think that you're going to see the stock finally get a little bit of love. So that's it for today, guys. Have a wonderful day. I wish you all the best of luck in the market. I hope that you all have a very wonderful day and that you all make lots of money in this market. I just wanted to share this final peaceful thought of a beautiful picture from a cruise that I was on a couple years ago in pre-COVID years. And this is a gorgeous sunrise. So I hope that today is just as beautiful for all of you as this picture is. Have a fabulous day.